Hi there, and welcome to our video on what was Home Rule. So, have you ever heard of Home Rule? It's actually one of the biggest political debates in Irish and British history, and it actually nearly tore the United Kingdom apart. Let's rewind first of all to the 1800s. So, the 1801 Act of Union actually brought together Great Britain, Scotland, England, and Wales, and Ireland into one new country called the United Kingdom. Um, all MPs would meet in London from all the various parts of the UK, including all Irish MPs, and all laws would be made directly from London as well. And you can see this here in the Union flag. So you have the flags of England, Scotland, and Ireland. Wales, unfortunately, is left out. Why did most Irish people want Home Rule? So before we actually explain Home Rule, we are going to actually look at the reasons why they actually wanted it. This Act of Union in 1801 actually was meant to make things a lot better. It was meant to make the two huge islands very prosperous, the key centerpiece of the British Empire. There was meant to be Catholic emancipation, where Catholics are supposed to be able to have, ultimate freedom within this new United Kingdom. And instead of prosperity, you actually had a completely different set of events. So you had the terrible Irish famine in the 1840s that lost 1 million people dead and 1 million people left to go to various parts of the world like Australia, New Zealand, and the United States, as well as England itself. So this here turned a lot of Irish people against the Act of Union itself, and many demanded change. So by the late 1800s, many Irish people, especially Catholics and Irish nationalists, felt that British rule from London didn't represent their needs at all. And movements like the Home Rule or the Home Government Association and later the Irish Parliamentary Party, led by Charles Stewart Parnell and then John Redmond, pushed for legislative independence, the ability to make their own laws. So what was Home Rule? Let's look at this now. Well, Home Rule is the idea that Ireland should have its own parliament in Dublin to manage domestic affairs like education, health, agriculture, and transport, while still remaining part of the United Kingdom for matters like foreign policy and defence. Yet it's not full independence at the time. It's more like a form of what we would call now devolution. However, for many Irish nationalists, it was a vital step towards self-government. In short, Ireland would run its own affairs but stay part of the United Kingdom. So in the late 1800s, an Irish leader named Charles Stewart Parnell and his party pushed hard for Home Rule in the British Parliament, and they did have support. The Liberal Party, one of the biggest parties in the United Kingdom, there's Liberals and Conservatives. It was led by a Prime Minister called William Gladstone, and Gladstone supported the idea of Home Rule, and he introduced Home Rule bills in 1886 and 1893. However, they also faced huge opposition. Why was Home Rule then opposed by some people? Well, some people did oppose it. It had a lot of people that were against it as well. Many British people feared Home Rule for Ireland would actually lead to the breakup of the British Empire. Ireland was the first colony of the British Empire, and many people feared this would create a domino effect of other huge countries around the British Empire wanting Home Rule as well and leading to a breakup of the empire. Also, not everyone in Ireland actually supported Home Rule. Ulster in the northeast of Ireland was mainly Protestant, and it was also industrial of successful shipbuilding and linen industries. They really feared a Home Rule Ireland would be Catholic dominated and that it would endanger their economic success as well as their identity. So what happened to those Home Rule bills? Well, in 1886, Home Rule was rejected quite closely by the House of Commons. So it was rejected in the House of Commons under Gladstone. In 1893, well, it was actually passed by the Commons but rejected by the House of Lords. And the House of Lords had many members who actually had lots of landed estates in Ireland. And they're also very conservative by nature. So they rejected Irish Home Rule. By 1912, however, things are very different. Another Liberal government led by ASQUITH removed the House of Lords' ability to veto legislation to stop laws going through completely. And they reduced their power to one of a delaying power, and they could have a maximum delaying power of 2 years. Home Rule was at last going to be passed, but it would be delayed for 2 years until 1914. What would happen in those crucial 2 years. You'll have to look at the next video to find out. Many thanks for watching. Think about subscribing and liking this video. Thank you.